The cats of Rhodes. Why are there so many? And how can you help? Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Peter, I'm your friendly Wombat, taking you on a discovery tour of the beautiful island of Rhodes in Greece. If you ever visited Rhodes, chances are you noticed something very quickly. Cats. They are everywhere. You'll find them in the old town, around the harbor, in village squares, near tavernas, beaches, churches, archaeological sites, and sometimes simply sleeping in the shade of an olive tree. For many visitors, the cats of Rhodes become one of the most memorable parts of their holiday. But why are there so many cats on the island? And what can visitors do if they want to help? Let's find out. First, the legend of the cats of Rhodes. There are actually several stories about how cats became so common on Rhodes. One popular legend says that large numbers of cats were brought to the island many centuries ago to help control mice and rats. Another version claims they were introduced to help control snakes, as the island had an ancient nickname, Island of the Snakes. No worries, no more snakes, or at least certainly not where you're going, and certainly nothing poisonous. Well, historians cannot point to a single event where thousands of cats suddenly arrived on Rhodes. There is definitely some truth behind all of the stories, or most of them. Throughout the Mediterranean, cats were extremely valuable working animals. They protected food stores, warehouses, farms, ships, and settlements from rodents. Rhodes was an important trading center for centuries, and cats would have been welcomed wherever grain and food needed protection. So while the famous story may have become a legend over time, cats have almost certainly been part of life on Rhodes for many hundreds of years. Why are there so many cats today? Well, the answer is actually quite simple. Rhodes has a warm climate. Cats can reproduce during much of the year. Food is available in many areas. And unfortunately, some domestic cats are abandoned when owners move away or can no longer care for them. Over time, this creates a large population of stray and semi-stray cats. Many of these cats are not truly wild. They are often used to people and have lived around humans their entire lives. That is why you'll often see them calmly sitting near restaurants, hotels, shops, and public spaces, right next to you. Now, to the people helping them. The challenge of caring for so many cats is enormous. Fortunately, there are dedicated volunteers and organizations working every day to help. These groups provide food, veterinary care, sterilization programs, rescue services, foster homes, and adoptions. In the description below, you will find a number of organizations helping cats on Rhodes. Most of these organizations rely heavily on donations and volunteers. There is no governmental program, no financial aid coming from anywhere else. If you would like to support the cats of Rhodes, even a small donation can help pay for food, medication, vaccination, or sterilization programs. Now, on a personal note, I grew up with cats. In fact, one cat in particular was more than just a pet. He was my protector and babysitter when I was a child, a toddler. Maybe that is the reason why the cats of Rhodes have always meant something special to me. When my children and I visited Rhodes in 2023 and then again in 2024, we often carried a small supply of cat food with us. Nothing complicated. We simply bought a large bag of dry food from a local supermarket. Then we filled small zip bags with the food and carried a zip bag with us during our walks. Whenever we met hungry cats, we could leave a small amount behind. We also carried water, and this brings me to what is probably the most important tip in this entire video. Food is good, water is essential. Many people bring food, and that's wonderful. But during the hottest summer months, fresh water can be even more important. Finding food is often easier than finding clean water. We carried a bottle of water and a few simple paper cups with us. Whenever we found cats in a particularly hot area, we could leave a little water behind. It's inexpensive, it's easy. And on a very hot day, it can make a real difference. Of course, if you decide to do this, please be respectful. Don't leave litter behind. Don't leave excessive amounts of food. And always remember that these animals share the island with residents, businesses, and other visitors. Can tourists adopt a cat from Rhodes? Many people are surprised to learn that the answer is yes. In many cases, tourists can legally adopt a cat from Rhodes and bring it home. The process is handled through rescue organizations and include a veterinary examination, a microchip, vaccinations, a rabies vaccination, an EU pet passport, and all required travel documentation. The exact requirements depend on the destination country and current regulations. What does it cost? Well, many people assume it costs thousands of euros. Fortunately, that is usually not the case. In many situations, the total cost for adoption, veterinary work, paperwork, and transport falls somewhere between approximately 250 and 500 euros. Some cases may be cheaper, others may be more expensive, especially if additional medicine treatment is required. Now, what is a flight volunteer? One of the most interesting parts of the rescue system is something called a flight volunteer. Many rescue organizations regularly post requests on social media. They look for travelers who are already flying from Rhodes to countries such as Germany, Austria, the Netherlands, or Scandinavia. The rescue organization prepares all paperwork and arrangements. The traveler simply accompanies the cat on its journey. At the destination airport, the cat is handed over to its new owner or a rescue representative. The traveler does not pay anything. The rescue organization and adopter cover the costs. So even if you are not looking to adopt a cat yourself, you may still be able to help one reach its forever home. Some final thoughts. The cats of Rhodes are part of the island's character. For many visitors, they become part of the holiday memories. But behind every cat is also a challenge that many volunteers face every single day. If you love cats and you're visiting Rhodes, there are many ways you can help. But that does not mean that you have to, because it is not your mission to go there and help the cats. Your mission is to have a holiday, relax, and think of it as anything else but a mission. But sometimes we just can't help and we fall in love. Isn't that so? Now, how can you help? A bowl of water, a little food, a donation? Sure. A flight volunteer opportunity? Even better. Or perhaps even providing a forever home. Small actions can make a surprisingly big difference. In our next video, we discover more about the old town of Rhodes and its beauty, its alleys, its do's and don'ts. So stick around, because we're just getting started. Now, whether you're planning your first trip to Rhodes, returning after many years, or the 100th time, or simply enjoying learning more about this beautiful island, I'm glad you stopped by. If you found this video helpful, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. And don't forget the notifications bell. Subscribing tells YouTube that you'd like to see more of my videos, but the notification bell helps make sure you are actually notified when a new video is published. If you'd like to support the channel a little bit further, there is also a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description below. There is absolutely no obligation, but every coffee helps me spend more time creating new content about Rhodes and Greece. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, stay curious, travel safe, and above all, enjoy the journey. This is your friendly Wombat, signing off.